Bryan Mbeumo to Manchester United. It's about time. It's only been 23 days since the last bid that went in and got rejected. Yeah? But this is what happens when you're patient. You know, now you can get excited for this transfer, even though it's been, it's been stretched out for way too long, hasn't it? Can you really get excited? Yes. Yes, you can. Because you know what? I said it all along. Doesn't matter if it was before or now, Manchester United are still going to have the same issues previously. You're going to have to sell, which they're actively trying to do before you can go and buy. And they want the new financial year to roll over. But the medicals book that's and the debts and anyone else that wants to be described as a broccoli. So there we are. Mbeumo medical incoming, literally. They're set and done. Sully Talks was the first one to pretty much break the news before any other, fake ITK tries to jump the gun. You can see the Ben Jacobs updates. You can see many other updates as well. Mbeumo dreams of Manchester United. The only other thing we don't really know is what the fee's going to be. The here we go's imminent. And we can pretty much move on and say, somehow Man United in this market where we're seeing 45 million being rejected for Elanga because they want something along the regions of 60 million for him. You just acquired Mbeumo and Cunha. How does that work? Two of the best players for their respective clubs last year, unless you want to prefer Visa, that's fine. But you've just pretty much changed up Man United's whole attack. We don't really do stuff like this, by the way. We never really solve the biggest issue, that's been needed over a period of time. Like, we've been needing a brand new midfield for ages. But at this moment of time, we need a brand new attack. And that's exactly what we're going to get. Because we're going to be seeing Cunha line up with Mbeumo behind whichever striker, not Højlund, next season. And that first game against Arsenal as well at Old Trafford is going to be one it's going to be well anticipated, isn't it? And maybe they can go off and get off to a flying start. Goal, maybe an assist, maybe just a great performance. Not GA doesn't mean everything. Be nice though, because that's what we've been lacking for so long. Now they lost Thomas Partey, who likes a great game, loves a great game against Man United. Whoa, let's see how Zubimendi adapts. But I'm excited for preseason. I'm just happy this man's going to pretty much be in on time for preseason training before we see the first game against Leeds. And you know what? I think we're all going to be surprised how good these two are going to be. And of course, we get to see other incoming transfers as well. To my knowledge, I have no idea. So yeah, what does Mbeumo bring? You're going to ask. Well, everything that we've been lacking. Goals. We need goals, and pretty much more goals because we owe the Premier League goals. Did anyone catch that? What do we need? Thought so. And not just that, it's just a little bit of a different element. Because we lack shooters, precision strikes, that left foot, other than Ahmad, who else is going to really do something? Well, Mbeumo's going to be that man, isn't he? With Cunha. I can't believe I'm actually putting them two in the same bracket and the same breath. If you told me, I wish we got Cunha and Mbeumo 3 months ago, I'll be like, well, that's not going to happen, is it? And then here we are. 60 million plus a couple million in add-ons is what's been rumoured. He's earning about 500 million rupees per week. And yeah, we move on from there. I'm just excited that this is happening right now when it needs to happen. It's getting done how it needs to get done. It's just been a long time since before Ineos came in. And I know a lot of you might not like them, is addressing what was needed. Like last year was pretty much, I would say the direction was, it was there, and we couldn't believe what we were bringing in, but it could have been that much different because we needed attackers. It's just that not everyone was in place in time to have a complete vision, because we really did need more than just defenders, right? That's how it felt. De Ligt was a good acquirement. Also, Yeleni Yoro one for the future. I think he's going to become a fan favourite, especially next season. Ugarte's up for question. Xerxes, many of us like him. He's just a good football player. Let's see what he can add with these two up front as well. Maybe he gets to rotate with two of them in different positions, not just up strike. So it gives us a bit of a variant. And then obviously we've got Dorgu. Dorgu again's up for question. We just need pure attackers because goals win you games. Michael Owen will tell you. But with Mbeumo, what I like the most is, he gave regardless of Champions League, regardless of whatever's gonna Man United's gonna face, he believes that Manchester United is the club for him. You know, I know we got a lot of name behind us at the moment, and that's pretty much what we're living off. But to get him over the line, surely, and even just the medical at this point, it's not exactly done, but it's done. You know, someone within Manchester United, aka probably your Matt Hargreaves and so forth, and Amrim, of course, has to sell him some sort of project to believe going to Manchester United is the correct place for him to, I don't know, upscale his career. And, you know, he's going to have status. He's going to have all eyes on him. Seems like a very humble character as well. You know, seems like he's a good figure in the dressing room. If you've seen any of the Brentford videos of Mbeumo as well, like people seem to like him a lot. A little bit like Cunha is on the other spectrum where, you know, bar whatever happened on the pitch with someone's assistant manager or whoever, you know, he does a lot of good things off the pitch. Apparently, he's also a really good character in the dressing room. We need more egos as well, in my opinion, but the correct ones. The ones that have drive, that want to win, that want to succeed. And I don't see anything less with this man. You know, 20 goals, and I know a few of them were penalties and whatnot, but what elements he brings to the side is someone that is able to cross the damn ball. That's that. You might even hear someone. Did you hear that? Someone is at the front door. I'm not going to answer that. It might be Mbeumo. But I feel like with this player, we add a lot of like dynamism in our attack. But the way we attack is not exactly direct the way I like it. You know, Garnacho's direct, and the reason why I think the manager liked him as one of the players is because one, he's an outlet. Now we just got another one in there, and two, he likes to be direct. We lack, and other than Ahmad, who's been injured quite a lot, you know, when you take Ahmad out the side, you're lacking IQ on the pitch, let alone someone that's willing to be direct and a little bit clever. Now, I would like to put Mbeumo in that bracket. I wouldn't say he's exactly aesthetically amazing on the eye like an Ahmad, but what he does is, I'm not saying he's Mo Salah, but he has that kind of Mo Salah element, you know. He's going to provide, he's going to assist, he's going to get you whatever you need on the sheet. You know, when it comes to certain kind of goals, obviously both being left footed kind of helps. I don't think he's exactly Mo Salah quality, nowhere near, but he can give us that sort of element. Little touch. And you know what? A little touch of Mo Salah can go a long way. That's just my opinion. You might call me deluded, but I believe that's what he can provide. And United's been lacking it for quite a while. And, you know, ever since that one that decided he wanted to get into a bit of a pickle and ruin his life near enough, you know, we've lacked that really and truly. But we get to have both of them. Imagine having Ahmad and Mbeumo in the same. That's crazy. Might even see him at right wing back sometimes, even though I don't think that would be ideal. But maybe because he's got quite a good cross, it could be a thing where, you know, you need more attackers. You need someone that's going to provide something that can, you know, an actual correct ball that can go at the back post, you know. That's that. But yeah, we'll see what happens with all this in medical stuff, how quick it gets done. You know, we see that everything's going to be done within weeks. And I think that's been taken out of context a bit. Even if a fee has been agreed, every minor little details has to go through. Everything's got to be swift, you know, how much money's getting put into the bank, when, blah, 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 blah. Medical test, blah, blah, blah. What number he's going to wear. Medical again, because I think there's like 2 separate ones. And then, yeah, sign the contract. And then, yeah, you're an official player. That's that. So I expect him to become a Manchester United player officially in the next couple of weeks. And then that means we're going to get a nice little video as well. But yeah, what do you make out of this Mbeumo signing? What do you rate it out of 10? Let me know in the comments, because the more I'm thinking about it, the more I'm getting a little bit giddy and a little bit buzzing. I love it. I just can't believe it. I can't believe it. We're going to score goals. We're starving. I'm going to go live tonight. I'm going to get giddy again. Why not? Why not? I can't wait for this season. At the moment, I mean, there's still a lot to go. There's a long way to go. You know, the striker focus is next. What happens there? And also, I would like to see us get linked with some actual midfielders, not ones that use our name, aka Jashari. So, you know, they can, you know, Milan could put a bigger bid in so they can go secure his name. Ugh, God, anyways, smash the likes. It would be nice to get a few likes and more subscribers, and maybe some more videos on the way in a bit.